Okay, looking at Chapter 11, Lesson 2. Hopefully this video is a little less crazy than the last one I tried to do. This one, again, you should be pretty familiar with it already. If not, no worries, but I think most of you will be pretty familiar with converting customary units of length. So, I'm just going to jump right into it with example 1. For many of the thrill rides at amusement parks, riders must be at least 48 inches tall. Chang is 4 feet tall. Is he tall enough to ride a thrill ride at an amusement park? So, they're asking us to convert 4 feet into inches and see if he is tall enough. And again, 1 foot, there's 12 inches in it, so we have to multiply 4 by 12, which is going to give us an answer of, it'd be helpful if I open the cap, 48 inches. So 4 feet is 48 inches. Is he tall enough to ride the thrill rides? Yes, he is just perfect to ride the thrill rides. If we want to check our answer, we can reverse it with division to see if 48 inches divided by 4 feet gives us 12 inches total, which is correct. We just reversed our math. And scoot this up a little bit. So, it says the units of length most often used in the United States are the inch, foot, yard, and mile. We're not on the metric system. These units are part of the customary system. So again, this chart is good to refer back to in case you ever forget, but it's showing that 1 foot is equal to 12 inches, 1 yard is 3 feet or 36 inches, 1 mile is 5,280 feet approximately, or 1,760 yards. The thing that I'll mention is that when you go from a larger unit to a smaller unit, so from, like we did, feet to inches, your answer is always going to get bigger. You're going to have to multiply, just like we did here. Because if we have a foot, we're going to have 12 inches. So in this case, if we had 4 feet, we can't have an answer that's smaller than 4, because there's always 12 inches in 1 foot, so we know it's going to get bigger and bigger. And same with the reverse. If we go from a smaller unit like inches and we want to put it into a bigger unit like feet, our answer is going to get smaller actually, because we have 12 inches is going to be only 1 foot. So if we have 36 inches, it's going to be 3 feet, right? Our answer is going to get smaller. So just keep that in mind as you're practicing this to make sure your answer makes sense. And we'll try just couple more. Let's just do example number 2. So it says convert 42 inches to feet. Since you are changing a smaller unit to a larger unit, we're going to divide. Because inches into feet, again, we're not going to have more feet than we do inches. So when we take 42 and divide it by our 12 inches, that's going to be in 1 foot. We get 3 is 36. We subtract is going to give us 6. So we have nothing else to bring down. We have a remainder. So it says interpret the remainder. So we had 36 inches or 3 feet. Oh, I'm sorry. And the remainder there, the remainder of 6 means there are 6 inches left over. We don't have enough to make another full foot. So our answer of 42 inches is going to be 3 feet and 6 inches, because that's what's left over that doesn't go into a full foot. We can write it as a decimal or fraction. I don't need you to mess around with that. As long as you can convert it, I'm happy with that. If we wanted to, the fraction of a foot is 1/2, because 6 inches out of 12 is going to be the same as 1/2 of a foot. So 42 inches, you could also say, is 3.5 feet. Again, I'm not super concerned about that. Or it wants you to do it as a decimal. If you wanted to write half as a decimal, feel free, 3.5 feet. But, like I said, don't worry about it. Let's do just a couple on this one. We'll do 3 and 13, just for fun. 72 inches into feet. So again, we have to ask ourselves how many inches are in a foot. There's 12 inches in a foot, so we're going to divide. I think it's going to be about 6 times 12 is 72 exactly. No remainder, so it's going to be 6 feet. Okay, and number 3, compare 7 yards to 20 feet. Again, we can't compare it until they're in the same unit, so we can either take yards and put it into feet, or feet and put it into yards. Either way, I'm going to show you both. So if we want to take 7 yards and put it into feet, I know that 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. So I'm going to go from yards to feet, a bigger to a smaller unit, so I'm going to multiply. So 7 yards, and there's 3 feet in 1 yard. Multiply that. It's going to give me 21 feet. That's bigger. I could do the reverse. I could take 20 feet, and I know that there's 3 feet in a yard. So I'm going to divide it by my 3 feet and see how many yards I get. Which I'm going to get 6 is going to give me 18. Subtract with the remainder 2. And 6 with a remainder of 2 is smaller than 7. So I know that 7 yards is longer than 20 feet. Hope this is helpful. Holler if you need me. No, I don't want to quit. Boom.